Hi, I'm Graham Cox and welcome to my studio down here in Wiltshire. Over the coming weeks we're going to be playing around with the pastels, and I'm going to show you the techniques that I use to create my Moody views. This is the Moody Views Seascape set of 8 unison pastels that I'm going to be using to create the sky in this picture. So I'm going to start off with some very pale green, which I'm just using the side of the pastel and running it through the central area of the sky there. Nice light area in the middle of the picture to draw the eye into the picture. I'm now going in with some blue-green 10, and this colour overlapping into the first colour, so we don't see the joins. Again, using the side of the pastel stick and laying in the colour. Slightly darker colour now, this is Blue Violet 11. Again, overlapping into our other colours. I'm going to introduce a colour from the Moody Views landscape set. This is additional 36. So I'm just mixing that in with those colours. And one final colour. This is dark 18 to give us a nice bit of dark up in the tops. Okay, I'm going to start in the light area in the centre of the sky. I'm going to use the heel of my hand, this area here, quite a bit of pressure and very small circles. So we're working, pushing the colour down into the tooth of the paper, and this will give us a nice soft underpainting that we can work back into and build the sky up, put some clouds into it and give it some character. So very small circles. I'm not doing big strokes, small circles. We don't want to be dragging those dark colours back into the middle to our light area. This paper I'm working on is a relatively new pastel paper. It's from Hahnemuller. It's called Lana Colours. It's 160 gram paper, 45% cotton, so it's quite tough, but it hasn't got an abrasive surface, so it won't make your fingers sore. So that's stage one of my sky, just softly blended and the colours pushed into the texture of the paper. So we can now go back in and build that up a little bit, and we can keep adding colour until you fill the tooth of the paper full of pastel, and at that point when you try and put the pastel on, you'll feel it slide or skate, and you know at that stage you can't get any more on there. So going back in with create some nice clouds now. So I'm going back to my dark 18. Not pressing as hard now. As we start to fill fill the tooth with pastel, we don't need to press anywhere near as hard. This is my additional 36 again. A little bit of that down through there. So when we come to blend these colours down now, we don't need to press anywhere near as hard as we did the first layer. Just softly blended now, and hopefully we can leave some cloud textures. Same little circles, just softly blended. I want the sky to be dark down here, not as dark as it is at the top, but we're going to show the horizon of the sea at a later stage as being light. So if we've got the sky dark behind it, that'll help that light to show up against the dark behind. Right, I'm just going to pop a few little edges on some of those clouds there. I just want to tidy up the top edge of this one here. So a little bit of that additional 36 again. And I'm just going to use a little finger, little circles, just to give me a better top edge to that cloud. Just cleaning my finger off on a dry cloth. And I'm going to put a slightly darker back edge on the bottom side of that. And again, just work that in. Little circles with a little finger. So now I can go and put these little highlights onto it. So I've got a bit of white, and where I've used this pastel before, I've actually worn it flat. And I'm going to turn it over and use that edge, that side down flat, so it's completely flat on the paper. Just wiggle it around in some little circles. I just want to create a little highlight on the top edge of that cloud, and then work from the back edge. Again, little tiny circles. Just soften and blend. Work the back edge into all the other pastel that's there so that it disappears. It fades off on the back edge, just leaving the little highlight on the top edge. And we'll have another one just there. Just little circles with a little finger and just soften them down. And that is stage one of your sky. We'll carry on with stage two, and we'll put the sea in and the boat in the coming days. Thank you for watching.